Hi guys, we'll be doing your October-November paper 2019, okay? So you can check your code over here. Alright, so let's begin how to do the past year paper 2. Okay, so I'm looking at this question, work out 5% of $25. So I want you to observe two things right here. So you need to see how I use the calculator as well as the working. So when I see a 1 mark question means you actually don't have to do the working, but I am still gonna do it so that you understand. Multiply with your dollar, so write 25, and then now I need the help of calculator. So 5 divided by 100, press equal first, then I multiply with 25. Okay, so I need to press this button S to D, then you get 1.25. so I'm going to log in the answer 1.25, write the unit and log in the final answer one more time, 1.25. Okay, so question 2, factorize 5p plus pt. So again, 1 mark question, so straight away we can write the final answer. Take out p, so I will write 5 and here is t. Okay, so that's how you do factorization. Okay, let's go to question 3 right now. So calculate this, give your answer correct to 2 significant figures. So I need to like highlight or underline, I need to give 2 SF. So what you need to do right now, I can see 2 marks questions, so we are going to copy the question, no problem. Minus 0.879 over, right, the whole thing 4.2 times 1.241, and then you get ready, right, equal. So let's press the calculator. Okay, so students will usually make mistake when they type one shot, so don't type one shot, type one at a time. I am gonna type the top part, so 16.379 minus 0.879, 0.879. Okay, then you press equal first, go ahead and press divide by 4.2, press equal again, and finally times 1.241, so 1.241, press equal. Okay, so you can see a lot of numbers on your screen, so teacher will try to copy as many as possible. So 4.57988, 4.57988. Okay, then from there you round to 2 significant figures, so that will be 4.6. that will be the final answer, 4.6. Okay, so that is question 3. Let's do question 4 right now. Write this in words and then in standard form. So this will be 15,000 and 60. So just write A and D, then 60. Make sure that everything is in words. Okay, in standard form you have to make it less than 10. So let's shift the decimal place from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I'm gonna write 1.506 times 10 to the power of 4. So you can use your calculator and type this again, they should give you the same number. Let's try that though. Okay, so I am gonna type 1.506 times 10 to the power is here. Okay, just type 4. Okay, press equal. Yes, indeed, that's how you check 15060. Okay, so let's do the next question. Simplify. So simplify, we combine the like terms. 5c minus 2c, so that will be 3c. Okay, and then minus d minus 3d, that will be minus 4d. So I'm gonna log in one more time, and I think that will be great. Okay, so that will be the answer over there. Okay, solve. So what I like to do is anything at the bottom you kick towards the other side, so you kick towards the other side, become multiply. Okay, so write your working. X minus 2 equals to 3 times 3. So continue to solve a little bit. This is gonna be 9, and then your minus 2 shift towards the other side, you will get 11. So X is 11. Oops, 11. Alright, there you go. So that's number 6. Let's go for question 7. So simplify this. Alright, so this is indices. I am going to take number times number. So 2 times 3, that will give you 6. and then you are going to combine your powers. So when you do multiplication, the powers on top actually add them to each other. So I'm gonna write plus 2 on top. So continue to simplify because we need to show the final answer now. So 3 plus 2, 5 on top. So log in 6x to the power of 5. Okay, so we are doing question 8 now. So without using a calculator, work out 5 over 16 times 1 over 7. You must show all the working and give your answer as a fraction in the simplest form. So a lot of students, when they see this kind of question, is, oh, why is it without using a calculator when this exam paper is supposed to be a calculator based paper? So I want you to use it, okay? Just use it. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna copy the question first. So 5 over 16 multiply with 1 over 7. So looking at the corner 2 marks, I know definitely they are testing us on our improper fraction skill. So I assume that you will need to change this to improper. So let's do that. So 1 over 7 is actually 8 over 7. So you must show this 8 over 7. And I usually will just kind of use calculator, do top times top. 5 times 8, that will be 40. And then you use calculator 16 times 7. So let's do that. 16 times 7. Okay, so let me bring the calculator over here. 16 times 7. What is this? 112. Okay, so we write 112 at the bottom. Okay, so again, yeah, so we are going to simplify 40 divided by 112. Even though they say don't use calculator, I will still use it. So divided by 112. 112. What is this? 5 over 14. Okay, finally only you show here 5 over 14, and you log in your final answer 5 over 14. So that's actually how you do this. Okay, just use calculator, don't mind them. Okay, so I don't know why IGCSE do this. Okay, number 9, Paula invests $600 at a rate of R% per year simple interest. So the moment when you see this kind of question, you need to underline keyword. Simple interest is the keyword, so you need to use simple interest formula. At the end of 10 years, the total interest earned is $90. Find the value of R. So let's start off with the simple interest formula. I is equals to P R T over 100. So notice that when you practice maths, always use the formula first. So we need to memorize them anyway. So interest 90, plug it over here. You're gonna put in the values now. Principal P is how much you invest, so that will be 600. Okay, what else? R is your interest rate. So this one they ask us to put your small letter R. I'm going to do that. Time is going to be 10 years. Plug in, divided by 100. That's the formula. Okay, so you are going to use the calculator over here. So I'm going to kick 100 toward the other side. So you will get 90 and another 2 more zeros, so 9,000 equals to, okay, so what you get on top, 600 times 10, that will be 6,000 R, like that. Okay, so we are going to rewrite again. So subject is on the left hand side, 6,000 R is equals to 9,000. So it's the same thing, right? Basically I just shift left to right, right to left. Okay, finally, I want you to divide by 6,000. Okay, side by side, move towards the other side. So divided by 6,000, and you can use calculator. So let's do that. 9 divided by 6. What is this? Okay, so 1.5. Okay, 1.5. So we are gonna write 1.5 and fill up this. So that's how you do question 9, simple interest. Okay, question 10 now, simplify. So I can see this is an indices question. So how to do this? Whenever you see a bracket and then there's a power of fraction negative. So this is a technique, pay attention. So what I am going to do when you see a negative power, negative 4 over 3, you can actually flip this fraction inside this bracket. So 8 you're going to write on top, and then your x power of 3 you're going to write below. So you flip the fraction inside this bracket and your power will now become positive. So now this is 4 over 3. So learn this technique well. Flip the fraction and negative you write as positive already. Okay, after you have already settled this, now you take a look. The fraction is affected by the power 4 over 3 for up and down values. Okay, so numerator and denominator will be affected by the power 4 over 3. So let's do that by combining the top and the bottom part. So it will be affected by 4 over 3. And then the bottom one, since they already have power of 3 right now, how to combine this is you're going to take multiply. So 3 multiply with 4 over 3. Okay, so you do your working like this. Let's write over here. So you can use calculator now. 8 to the power of 4 over 3. So let me retype again. So 8 to the power, type this button. So 4 over 3. Go down, press equal. So you can see 16. So we are going to write 16 on top. Divided. So you can actually remove the bracket, really not important, yeah. So what is 3 times 4 over 3? Just use calculator. 3 times 4 over 3. So let's do that. 4 over 3. Prove to you. Okay, you'll get 4. So the bottom part, right, will become x to the power of 4. So remember, to combine the index, you have to multiply. If you already see an index over here. So that is the answer. 16 over x to the power of 4. Or another answer you can write is actually like this. 16x to the power of -4. So it's going to be the same. You can choose either one of these. Alright, so this number 10 for you. Okay, so let's see question 11. P equals to 2r plus pi r. Rearrange the formula to write r in terms of p and pi. Okay, so first step is you try to observe how many r you can see in the given equation. So definitely you have 2r. I cannot have 2r in the formula. So I need to factorize. Remember this, you can only have 1, alright, of the letter r. So let's factorize that. Okay, factorize. Teacher, take out r. Bracket. So 2 plus pi. Closed it. Okay, now you see here side by side means multiply. So I'm going to shift the whole bracket down towards the other side. Like this. It's like a divide, okay? Multiply on right hand side, move towards here, will become divide. And you already get your r, see that? So let's write one more time. R is equals to p over 2 plus pi. So this is the final answer, log in. 2 plus pi at the bottom. Okay, so let's do number 12. The sides of a square are 15.1 cm, correct to 1 decimal place. Okay, find the upper bound of the area of this square. Okay, so I can recognize this chapter. This is upper bound and lower bound chapter. So what you need to do, underline keyword. So remember, we need to adjust the numbers first. Correct to 1 decimal place, you purposely give 2 decimal place. So teacher is going to do that. Alright, so you adjust up and down. When we adjust 2 decimal place, that will be 15.15. The bottom one adjusts slightly downward, so you can see this is going to be 15.05. Okay, how am I supposed to check? You check your number. 15.1, right, is like right in the middle. So 15.10 is indeed right in the middle. So this is like the upper value and this is the lower value. Then I'm going to read the question one more time. Find the upper bound of the area. So square area formula. Area is going to be length times width, right? So length times width. Okay, so when you see the word upper bound, so let me write. Upper bound means you want the largest answer. You want your final answer to be as large as possible. So you're going to select 15.15. So let's select that. 15.15 multiply with, now the width is the same as the length for a square, so that will be 15.15. Okay, so we are going to use calculator from here. Let me do that. Yeah, 15.15 times 15.15. Length times width, the same. Oops, what is this? Oh, okay, so another thing that you need to recognize for upper bound, lower bound chapter is to copy all the numbers. Alright, so 229.5225. Let's do that. 229.5225. Okay, recheck with the calculator. log in one more time. So this chapter is slightly special. You have to copy all the numbers shown on your calculator screen. Remember that upper bound, lower bound. Okay, so usually the students will round to 3 significant figures. No, for upper bound, lower bound, copy all. Alright, so let's do number 13. Calculate the area of a triangle. Alright, so when you see this kind of question, area of triangle, in your year 10, year 11, you have a special formula. So let's write. So we no longer use half times base times height. For this one, you need to use half AB sine C. So like this. So what is A and B? Your length, 11 and 13. Let's start. Multiply with 11, multiply with 13. Sine the angle. So the angle given to you is 39 degrees Celsius. So, oh, not Celsius, yeah, 39 degree. Okay, so we are going to use calculator from here. Okay, what is this? Okay, so half, you can type 0.5 if you are not comfortable with fraction, yeah, so times 11 times 13. Okay, so I'm not gonna be greedy, I press equal first. Multiply with sine 39, so sine 39. Close and equal. Okay, so I can see a lot of numbers, man, so 44.996, copy that. 44.996. Okay, so if the length of the sides are in centimeter, I'm pretty sure it's centimeter square. True indeed. IGCSE spoon feed a little bit, they give you the final unit. So I'm gonna copy all 44.996. Okay, so if you give the rounding to 3 significant figure, yes, you can, but usually I'll just give more, alright? So I'll just give 44.996, definitely fine. Give more, better. That's number 13. Okay, let's do number 14. Map ratio. The scale of a map is 1 to how many is 10 million. On a map, the area of Slovakia is 4.9 centimeters square. Calculate the actual area of Slovakia. Give your answer in square kilometers. Okay, so a lot of challenging stuff over here, I can see. No wonder it's a 3 marks question. So first step, I will write the ratio out. A lot of things to do, yeah, this question. So remember, this ratio given to you is a length ratio, but your question over here, you must do area. Okay, you must do area. So what we have to do, we have to square both sides. Okay, square both sides. So 1 square will be 1. This big number, you have to square it, so you have to use calculator, right? Okay, so 10 million square. Wow, 10 million. Wow. Okay, square it. Okay, so you get a standard form in your calculator. Don't worry, don't panic, copy. So 1 times 10 to the power of 14. So now you have a new ratio involving with area. You can now start doing this. Okay, so from here, right, you can actually erase the top part. It's not useful anymore. Okay, follow teacher's technique. The map is always on the left hand side. The actual is always on the right hand side. So first step, you lay out like this. Okay, then continue to read the question. What is given to you is a map. On the map, the area of Slovakia is 4.9 centimeters square. So you're gonna lay out over here 4.9. Okay, so I am gonna use this technique. The one that we want to find, which is the actual area over here, we label as X. So usually in maths, you just use X. Okay, so on your left hand side, you notice that you have double information. So you are going to do the arrow up. So you take 4.9 divided by 1. You will get the value 4.9. Then you draw arrow down. That is going to be times 4.9. So remember this technique. Arrow up is divide, and then arrow down will be multiplying with the same value. So this is going to be times 4.9. So teacher is going to use calculator here. Times 4.9. Okay, what is this? True indeed, 4.9 times 10 to the power 14. So let me do that. 4.9 times 10 to the power of 14. So this is the area. Okay, so why is it a 3 marks question over here? Is because this unit right here is actually centimeter square. How come teacher know this is centimeter square? Because the question given to you is in centimeter square. So your difficulties that you may be facing right now is changing to kilometer square. You have to change slowly, so watch. Alright, so you have to write the relation from length first. Okay, so this is 100 centimeter. Remember that is actually 1 meter. Okay, so 1 meter is not good enough. We need to change to kilometer. So on the right hand side, how to change to kilometer, you have to know this relation. 1000 meter is your 1 kilometer. Remember this? Remember 1000 meter is 1 kilometer. So I was already multiplying with 3 zeros, so your left hand side also have to multiply with 3 zeros. So let me adjust that. 1, 2, 3, right? So this relation right here is now your 1 kilometer. So you need to be very good in changing the units. So we already changed this. Alright, so 100,000 centimeter is actually 1 kilometer, and that is not the area yet, so you need to square both sides. So use calculator again. 100,000 square it. 100,000 square it. So 1 times 10 to the power of 10. Just write over here, no worries. Centimeter square is going to be your 1 kilometer square. Okay, so you square 1 here, 1 square, you get 1 kilometer square. So we already found the new relation between centimeter square and kilometer square. So we can now change your answer over here into a kilometer square. How to change that is you are going to divide. Okay, so take your 4.9 times 10 to the power of 14 centimeter square, divide by this 1 times 10 to the power of 10 centimeter square. Okay, so I knew it's kind of challenging. Yes, it's not always you see this question in IGCSE. It's okay, so let's learn right now. 4.9 times 10 to the power of 14. So do it very carefully. Press equal first, then you press divide by the bottom number now. 1 times 10 to the power of 10. Okay, remember to close it and press equal. So you get your answer 49,000, and that is actually in kilometers already square. Okay, log in. This is the final answer, 49,000 kilometers square. So that's the answer, right? Okay, so we are gonna do question 15 now. 15. Y is inversely proportional to x squared. Okay, so this is variation chapter, and we need to underline keyword inversely. Okay, so let's do this question. First step is to write the relation. Inversely, you're gonna write 1 over and then read the question. X squared, copy like this. Second step, we want to change it into an equal sign. You need to multiply on top with k, so k over x squared. After you have already changed into a relation like this, you need to use the information here. X is 4, y is 2. Substitute. So here 2, x is 4, so let's do that. 4 square. Okay, so here just try to solve this. You get 16 at the bottom, then move 16 towards the other side, you will get k is 32. So you found the value of k already, right? Rewrite your equation. So y is actually 32 over x squared. Okay, so finally you're going to use the third line. Find the value of y when x is half. Okay, so find the value of y. So write y equals to 32 divided by, okay, instead of writing 1 over 2, usually teacher write 0.5, close it, square. So you substitute into your equation like this, and then we can use calculator. So let's do that. 32 divided by 0.5 square, 0.5 square. Here, I can use this button, right? Press equal. 128. So write your answer 128 and log in one more time. 128. So there you go. This is actually question 15. Question 16. So you can see I'm wearing a new clothes because I'm recording on a different day. Okay, so not a magician. Suddenly the clothes different. Okay, so let's look at this question. Calculate the obtuse angle x in this triangle. So every time when you see a triangle, right, I want you to come out and think of what are the chapters involved. This is actually sine rule. So how do we see a sine rule, right? I want you to observe that there is actually involving two angles here. So I am gonna highlight. You have two sides and you have two angles. So you have 39 and also your x. Okay, so you are going to use sine rule here. So sine rule is involving two sides, two angles. Okay, so let's start. So how to use the sine rule, right? You need to write sine x divided. Okay, who is opposite x here? You have to put below. So 12 centimeter goes below, right? Equal. So you sine the other angle given to you. So that will be sine 39 degree over, and who is opposite 39 degrees? So you need to use your lines here. That is going to be 8. So just write 8 centimeter over here. Okay, so we are going to move 12 towards the other side to become multiply. So just write your working. Sine x is going to be sine 39 divided by 8 centimeter multiplied by 12 centimeter. Okay, so lay out like that. So we need to use our calculator here. So let me move this slightly away. Okay, so we are going to do sine 39 first. Sine 39 close divided by 8. Okay, press equal first. Don't one shot do everything. Then you multiply with 12. Okay, after that multiply with 12. Alright, so you can see a lot of numbers, right? You need to copy as many numbers as possible. So teacher is going to do that. Equals to 0.94398. Just copy 0.94398. Okay, that is a lot of significant figures already. So you notice that the next step is to shift your sign towards the other side. So x is going to be inverse sign or shift sign. Then you write 0.94398. So what is this? I will have to use the calculator. So shift sign, and then click your number 0.94398. Close. What is this? Okay, so 70.73. Let us write the answer. 70.73. However, please pay attention. Yeah, I see obtuse angle and clearly x over here is larger than 70. So 70 is not the correct answer here. What you have to do for the final answer is you're going to take 180 degree minus 70.73 degree. This will give you the obtuse angle. Okay, so I have to use calculator again. 180 minus 70.73. So what is this? Okay, I need to click on this button. 109.27. So that's the answer. 109.27. So that is the answer. Log in. Okay, so that is the obtuse angle x over there. Okay, so don't take 70 degree, yeah. So let's look at question 17 here. So I can see a shaded region over there. Calculate the shaded area. So whenever you do a shaded area, like a bigger object minus a smaller object, that's the way to do it. So the bigger object I can see over here. Let me use red color to draw. You can see a big sector. Okay, so red color is the big sector. And let me use another color. So the small sector is over here. Okay, small sector is over here. You need to do area 2 times and you minus off between each other. So let's do the area of larger sector. Area of large sector. So you just need to show your examiner what you are doing right now. So you are finding area of larger sector. So what is the degree? 45 over 360 degrees. So there's a formula of sector. Multiply with your pi r square. So what is your radius? We're supposed to do pi r square. So what is the radius of your larger sector? Let's find it. Larger sector, so is 5 centimeter. Fill in 5 square. Okay, so find this first. It's all about calculator from here. 45 divided by 360. Okay, press equal. After that, slowly multiply by pi. Okay, so teacher need to click on shift followed by this to get the pi, and then multiply with 5 square like this. Okay, so you are not writing this, or you want to write this, actually doesn't matter. Okay, I prefer student to copy the decimal place. So let's say you don't want to copy the decimal place, you can copy this first. So 25 over 8 pi. Alright, and then you repeat again, area of your small sector. Okay, so now your small sector, 45 degree again, over 360, multiply with your pi r square. So the shorter radius I can see is just 3. So pi 3 square. So again, it's just calculator's work. So let me try to key in for you. 45 divided by 360. Press equal first, multiply with pi. Shift, remember to press the button shift, times 3 square, like that. So 9 over 8 pi, just copy 9 over 8 pi. So you have two different sectors ready. You're gonna minus off each other, and that will be your answer for this shaded region. Okay, so now area of shaded region. Okay, so we are gonna minus off, take the larger one, 25 over 8 pi, minus of 9 over 8 pi. Okay, we can use calculator from here. So 25. Oh, we can use this button actually, even better, isn't it? So 25 over 8 pi, shift minus. Okay, use this button again. 9 over 8 this time. 9 over 8. Right arrow, and then gonna click the pi button. Okay, so once you have already done this, press on the equal button. 2 pi, but we don't want to lock in 2 pi as a final answer because that is not the marking scheme answer. So you gotta change it to decimal like this. So 6.283. That's what I will write. 6.283 centimeter square. So you lock in one more time, 6.283, like that. So you don't write the pi in the final answer, change it into a decimal. Alright, that's what the IGCSE marking scheme wants. Okay, let's look at 18. Write x over 2 minus 2x plus 4 over x plus 1 as a single fraction in its simplest form. So usually what you need to do is to make the denominator same. So first step, you copy the question first, doesn't matter. Right, so we are going to copy. Okay, so I'm going to use a different color. You're going to make the denominator same. So this side you times 2 times 2. And this side you need to multiply with this denominator here. So this side times x plus 1 times x plus 1. Alright, so this way you will make the denominator same. So what I will do now, x multiply, I will put in a bracket like this, over 2, and then you bracket x plus 1, like that. See? Okay, minus, you copy back. Now here you put 2x plus 4. Since there are already two terms, you write a bracket, multiply by 2, like that. Over. Now here you try to copy exactly the same as the denominator over here. Okay, so I'm gonna write 2 first, followed by x plus 1, like that. So once you have gotten this right, you can now expand a little bit and you combine as a single fraction. So let's expand this. X times x will get you x squared. X times 1 will give you x. Okay, so here I am gonna, try to play this safe. I will do this first, because students always make mistake. When I see a negative, this is the place where students make mistakes. So I'm gonna copy minus first. Here you try to expand. 2x times 2 will get you 4x. 2 times 4 will get you 8. Over, then this do not expand, okay, because perhaps maybe next time you can cancel off a unit or something. So don't expand the bottom part, never ever expand. Continue to solve, right? So you can now write as a single line like this, x squared plus x minus. Okay, so you put a bracket. This is the part where you need to put a bracket, okay, over the denominator. So 2x plus 1. Okay, remember this part. Since there are already two terms over here, you have to put a bracket because we will change the operation. Imagine that there's actually 1 over here. So you need to expand the second part. Alright, so watch. X squared plus x, you copy back. Now, negative 1 times 4x, you will get minus 4x. Negative 1 times positive 8, that will give you minus 8. Okay, now only we are combining the terms. So as usual, the bottom one do not expand. Now you can see there are a lot of working steps for this question because it's like that, alright? So we are going to simplify here. Top part x and minus 4x. Start. X squared plus x minus 4x will give you minus 3x. Minus 8 is just number, nothing to combine, like that. Okay, so teacher is going to write 2 and then x plus 1. Okay, here is another thing that you need to be careful. On top is a quadratic equation. So quadratic expression, you need to check whether we can combine into double bracket or not. Perhaps something can cancel. I suspect that. So let me grab my calculator and try to use this checking right here. So I'm going to press 5 for equation. And then for quadratic, this is looking like number 3. Click on number 3. So click your A is 1, equal, B is minus 3, equal, C is minus 8, equal. Okay, click on equal again. I can see that it's not a double bracket, because if it's a double bracket, you will get a whole nice number, okay, a nice whole number. So it's not a double bracket. So I already confirm this will be the final answer. Alright, so I am now locking in. Always check whether we can become double bracket or not, you know, just in case we can cancel. So this will be the final answer, locking in it. Alright, so that's how you do question number 18. Let's move on. Okay, number 19 is old syllabus, so we don't have to do, yeah. This chapter is called matrix or matrices. No need to do already. Remove from your IGCSE, okay? So 2022, 2023, all no need to do matrices. Alright, so question 20. The probability that a school bus is going to be late is 9 over 10. If the school bus is late, the probability that Seb travels on the bus is 15 over 16. If the school bus is on time, the probability that Seb travels on the bus is 3 over 4. Find the probability that Seb travels on the bus. Okay, so when you get a question like this, you can be late, you can be on time, always do the tree diagram, okay? So what do I mean by tree diagram? First step, you do line by line. So we read the first information that the school bus is going to be late. So you're going to write bus late. Draw and, you know, a line like a branch. Okay, and you are going to write the probability 9 over 10. Okay, so it means that the other branch must be bus on time. So you write on time, bus on time. So remember that these two probability, this branch over here and this branch over here, add up is going to be 1. So the remaining part right here is actually 1 over 10. Okay, so this one you need to practice a little bit. If this is 9, this must be 1, okay? As long as both added up to 10 over 10, that is the probability to become 1, right? Okay, so now continue to read the second line. If the school bus is late, that means the top branch. The probability that Seb travels on the bus is 15 over 16. So now you're going to branch out a little bit. Okay, if the bus is late, there is a chance that he is going to travel up. So this one is, you can label right bus. The chance is 15 over 16. Not riding bus. Oh, the bus is late, I don't want to get on the bus, right? So not riding the bus. Okay, you can just use whatever language that you can understand. So this will be the remaining part of 1 over 16, okay? Riding the bus, 15 over 16. Not riding the bus, 1 over 16. These two added up must be 1. Remember that again. Okay, so let's read the third line. If the bus is on time, the probability that Seb travels on the bus is 3 over 4. So now, he will ride the bus. If it is on time, the chances is 3 over 4. And there is also a chance where, you know, the bus is on time, but he doesn't want to do it. So, not riding the bus is gonna be 1 over 4. So, just once again, just check. These two added up must be equals to 1, right? So, we have already completed our tree diagram. We're gonna read the final lines, okay? Find the probability that Seb travels on the bus. Okay. So, what is the situation here? I'm gonna put a tick instead. So riding the bus is this situation, not this situation, right? So you cross out what we don't want. It's this situation. and we crossed out this situation. We're not gonna do this, okay? So here's the part where we need to follow the tree diagram. Follow the branch. Every time when we move towards right hand side, it's gonna be multiplied. So 9 over 10, and we move right again, so 15 over 16. These two you need to multiply. So your probability of right bus is going to be 9 over 10 multiply with 15 over 16. Now another situation where he will right bus is this, so you need to do plus. There's two possibilities, so another one you have to plus. Now we are moving the branch again. 1 over 10 move towards right, riding the bus 3 over 4. So now we need to multiply these two. So 1 over 10 multiply 3 over 4. So these two is the only possibility that he's riding the bus. So from here, you just use a calculator, right? So let me do that right now. Where's my calculator? It's missing, man. Okay, here you are. So here. Okay, so what is this? I need to shift clear, yeah? Learn how to clear this mode away. Okay, so be very careful. I can see fractions 9 over 10 multiply 15 over 16, so put on top, below 16, close it, right button, close it. Okay, plus. So when using calculator, I have to type slowly, yeah? So 1 over 10, right arrow, multiply, fraction again, so 3 over 4. Almost there, guys. Right arrow, close it. Okay, so we can press equal now. Boom! 147 over 160. So that will be my final answer. Log in. Okay? So just like that. Okay, so that's the answer for question 20. Done, yeah? Let's move on to question 21. Transformation. Okay, so there are actually 4 kinds of transformation for your IGCSE Maths. Either translation, reflection, what is that? Rotation, and enlargement. There are only 4 kinds. So let's see what is this pattern over here. A. Describe fully the single transformation that maps T onto shape A. So you have to read very carefully. T onto shape A. That means we start from T. No wonder it's shaded. So this guy must be the original one. Alright, so I already digest the information. So how T become A? Does it become bigger or smaller, right? So no, I can see it's the same size. So enlargement is out. So I'm teaching you right now how to see the transformation. No, it's not enlargement. Okay, the next transformation is the shape rotating clockwise or anti-clockwise. No, so it's definitely not rotation. Rotation is out. Does this look like a mirror reflection to you? I don't think it's reflection as well, so it's definitely not reflection. So it's definitely out. That means this must be the last transformation. This is actually translation. So translation is just the movement of the shape. So this is translation. What I will do, you will write the keyword translation because this is the first mark. Okay, so how to find how they move? You take point by point. So I'm going to take this point. Obviously has been moved to this point, right? So check your movement. 1 box left and how many box down? So I'm going to write 1 box left. How many box down? So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 box down. Okay, so that is your movement, alright? That is your movement, your translation. So how to write the complete sentence where it matches with the IGCSE marking scheme is translation by the vector. Okay, and then you use this. This is the vector notation. Okay, so your movement left right is on top. If it is moving towards left right, 1 box, that is -1 on top. So if move towards right, then it's positive. Okay, just like your x-axis movement. Now downward is for the bottom number. Downward by 5 box, then this is gonna be -5 or -5. So this is the complete marking scheme. Translation 1 mark. The correct vector notation -1, -5. That will be your second mark. Okay, another hint to you. If it is a 2 marks question, right, it's definitely either reflection or translation. This is the tips. If it is a 3 marks question, then it's confirm enlargement or rotation. Okay, so that is the tips I can give you. Alright, so we have done this. So teacher need to erase a little bit because I saw the question for number B. So we are going to do 21B. You can see that teacher already draw the line y equals to x. So we are going to reflect shape T. So make sure you know which one to reflect. Don't reflect shape A, T. Okay. So the original one you need to reflect. So what I like to do when I do reflection is I kind of use translation a little bit. So watch this technique, how to see reflection but by moving the points. Okay, so you need to move 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically move the vertices of the object. Okay, so let's move this point first. It's already touching the mirror, so it's going to be the same. It's going to be reflected here also. Now let's reflect this point. I want you to move and touch the mirror, so 1 box down. The moment you touch the mirror, reflect to the right, also 1 box, so it will become here. Okay, now let's do this point. Go down and touch the mirror, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times and you touch the mirror line already, then you reflect towards right 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the new reflected point. Now this last vertex, let's reflect. Touch the mirror line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the moment you touch the mirror line, reflect towards right 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be reflected over here. Now after you have seen the 4 points movement, now you are going to join the object. So teacher use red color and join, right? Join, 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 and finally join. So label T prime. Prime means the image of the original object. I still use letter T to show that it's from T, becoming T prime. Okay, so this is the object and you can clearly see it's reflected nicely. Okay, so make sure you know how to see reflection. You can check yourself out in the mirror lah. Every day you go and see reflection. Okay, so this is 2 marks. Right, so that is question number 21. Okay, 21 done. Okay, we are doing question 22 and this is a tough one for this particular paper. Okay, so let's observe. It's a 4 marks question and you need to expect it's definitely a lot of things to do, right? So let's read the question. A pipe is completely full of water. Water flows through the pipe at a speed of 1.2 meter per second into a tank. The cross section of the pipe has an area of 6 centimeters square. Calculate the number of liters of water flowing into the tank in 1 hour. Now, why is it difficult? It's because let's look at the unit. Here you have meter per second and the other side you have centimeter square. Definitely centimeter and meter are different units. You cannot multiply them, right? One more thing, look at the time given to you. The time unit here is seconds and then your time unit here is in 1 hour. Again, the unit for time are totally different. One more thing, your units are like centimeter, meter, second, hour. Suddenly the final answer they want you to give in liters. So you can expect you are needed to know the relation between, your length, time, and your volume. Alright, so what are they trying to teach? Let me show you. First step, they are trying to test you on this conversion relation. 1000 centimeter cube is actually 1 liter. So they definitely want you to make it into centimeter cube and then slowly bring the final answer into a liter unit. So this is being tested. Not only that, you also need to be comfortable with your centimeter and meter conversion. So the next conversion is 100 centimeter is actually 1 meter. Okay, so all this is through practice and also by memorizing. Okay, so let us start. First step, I want you to make this 1.2 meter per second into centimeter per second. So 1.2 meter per second means over 1 second. Okay, that is the meaning. Per second means 1 over second. I want you to change the unit right now. So I want to cancel off the unit of meter. So I put meter below. The one that I want on top is actually centimeter. So watch this technique. Put your relation into here. So 100 centimeter is actually 1 meter. Now, when you lay out your fractions like this, alright, you can actually convert your units. Look, Meter and meter cancel off the unit. That's how you get centimeter per second, right? So all you gotta do here is actually 1.2 times 100. So you can use a calculator. 1.2 times 100. And you're looking at 120. So you write 120 centimeter per second. So your pipe right now, the water flowing in is actually 120 centimeter per second. It's a length unit, right? Centimeter, not a volume unit. So how to get a volume unit, right? Look at this. When you multiply with a centimeter square, that's how you get centimeter cube, right? So take your, 120 centimeter per second, multiply with your 6 centimeter square. Observe, centimeter times centimeter square, then you get centimeter cube. That's a volume unit, right? So do that right now. So teacher is going to take 120 multiply with 6. That's how you get 720 right now. 720, the unit is centimeter cube per second. So you get a situation now. Every single second, 720 centimeter cube flowing. Okay? Continue to read the question, man. So calculate the number of liters of water flowing in 1 hour. So next, they are trying to test you on how many seconds is actually 1 hour. So do you know that? That's actually 3,600 seconds. Okay? So they are testing you on this conversion unit one more time. So let's do that. 720 centimeter cube per 1 second. So every second is 720 centimeter cube flowing in. How many seconds that you have to multiply right now times 3,600? Okay, that will show you 1 hour flowing in how much. So let us do that right now. So what is this? 720 multiply with 3,600. Okay, a big number. So teacher is going to copy 2592000, right? 2592000. Check again. Correct. So this is how much centimeter cube flowing in, alright, in 1 hour. So now you are going to change this into liters. Now you might be wondering, where did the second unit go? Remember here the units have really cancelled off each other. So that's how you get centimeter cube only. Okay. So from here we need to change to liters using this relation. Every 1,000 is 1 liter. So now teacher is going to change, copy this number, divided by 1,000. Let's do that. What is this? So the shortcut is you cut 3 zeros, you cut 3 zeros. So the final answer is 2592 liters. Log in, 2592 liters. Okay, so that's the answer for question 22. A definitely tough question for this particular year. A lot of units are being tested. Okay, so hopefully you learned something, yeah? Okay, question 23 is actually teacher's favorite. This is actually set in a Venn diagram. So what I suggest you to do, right, is actually to sketch whenever you encounter a question like this, because having a picture is definitely nicer or easier to understand, right? So I can see the universe, alright, BDS universe. So A and B, you have 2 circles, and check whether they are overlap or separate circles. So I can see that they're having the term 2, element 5, element 5 definitely overlap. Okay, overlap, circle or oval. So draw bigger like this. Okay, put the common element inside here. So I can see 2 and 5 being the common things in A and B. Okay, now fill up A first. Label here A, label here B. Fill up A. A got 0, 2, 4, 5, 6. Teacher already draw 2 and 5. So fill up 0, 4, 6. 0, 4, 6. Now we're going to fill up your set B. Set B got 1, 2, 5. 2 and 5 has been shown. So you just need to put 1, right? So check your universe. Don't forget your universe consists of the elements 0 to 6. So let's see who is not in attendance. 0, 1, 2. Okay, 3 is missing. Just put outside. Okay, so this is the Venn diagram for this question. Let's do the question. A intersect B means what is the same thing between A and set B? Okay, so find out the same thing. Teacher can see the Venn diagram 2 and 5. 2, 5. Okay, how do you read this? This is the number of elements in B. How many things are there in B? So 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 3. 3 things inside B. Okay, now check out who is the having the set of 0, 4, 6. Can you see that 0, 4, 6 is here? So it's definitely inside A. Teacher can see inside A and outside of B, right? It's outside of B. It's not daring to touch the set B. Don't dare to touch. So how do we represent this in a set notation? You put A because it's inside A. Intersect means is like having similarity with who. Okay? So it's definitely outside set B. Teacher can see outside set B, so then you just need to do outside set B. You use B prime to denote that. So that is the answer for this one. Okay, so let's look at the next question. 2 and 4 blank A. So check out, 2 and 4 is part of this set A, right? So how do we show part of set A? We use subset. So there's a symbol for subset, part of A. And that is question number 23. So question 24 is function. So how to do function is you do the right hand side first, then only do the left hand side. So we should be finding fgx first. How to find fgx is actually gx put inside fx. Okay, so let us start. Whatever that is in gx, put inside here. Okay, so go over here like that. So put 3 bracket, copy this to power of x, close, -5, copy, like that. So once you have already changed this to fgx, then you can do this question right now. fg3 means you're going to substitute 3 into your x. So write again, fg3 means you are going to replace your x with 3. So close, -5. Okay, so from here it's just calculators work. Let me try to show you. Okay, so put 3 bracket, follow exactly to power of 3, close, and -5. 19. So the answer is 19. Just use another line, 19. Log in, that is the answer, 19. Okay, so when you see this symbol B, find f to the power -1 is actually finding inverse function of f. So how to do inverse function? First step, you copy this first. Let me show you. 3x - 5. Okay, change your fx into y. Okay, so y is also used to represent function, in case you didn't know. Now to do inverse, you have to purposely exchange your x and y. So watch, y you write as x, x you write as y. Okay, after that you make y the subject. You need to move left and right and make y the subject. So follow teacher. -5, bring towards this side. You write x plus 5. I have already shifted, equals to 3y. And then here side by side, this is 3 multiplied by y. So teacher need to shift 3 towards the other side to become divide. So x plus 5 over 3 is equals to your y. So this function is actually your inverse function, remember. So you need to change back f to the power -1 to show inverse function. Then you copy this, x plus 5 over 3. X plus 5 over 3. So log in one more time. That's the requirement of IGCSE, yeah? Right? So that's it. So that's the answer, how to do inverse function. Okay, question 25 now. So this is vector and vector geometry. So the trick here is to label your diagram slowly and find the direction and magnitude. It's very important to know the direction also. So do slowly. O is the origin, alright. OP is 2OA, fine. OP is 2 times of OA. Okay, that translates to you. A is actually right in the middle, okay? So A is half of OP. Okay, understand this info. Next, OQ is 3 times of OB, fine. OQ, this whole line, is going to be 3 times of OB. Okay, so already understand this. And lastly, let's read PM is same as MQ. PM is same as MQ. That means M is right in the middle, halfway. Okay, so A is halfway and M is also halfway, but this is not halfway, obviously. Look at the picture. Continue to read. The vector OP is denoted by the letter P, fine. OP is going to be denoted by the letter P. OQ, the vector, is going to be denoted by the letter Q. Where are you? Okay, here. So let's start. After you have digested the information, now we are going to start labeling. Alright. Wow. So OP is 2 times OA. What you can do like this. Here's a trick, showing you a trick now. So OP is 2 times of OA. So if you want to find out who is OA, right, you bring this 2 towards the other side. So here is like multiply, you go there, it will become half. And that is exactly how you know OA is actually half of OP, right? OA is exactly half of OP. So they already tell you over here, OP is going to be P. So this whole thing is P. You are going to do halfway. So this is half P. Here is also half P. So how to check, right? You add these two together, you will get 1P like this. Okay? So half P plus half P, you will get P. So the whole thing is P. Alright, check. Next step. OQ is going to be denoted by a small letter Q. So this whole thing is going to be Q. So let's write it over here. What is this? OQ is equals to 3OB. So I just write here first. So I want to find out OB, right? You bring 3 towards the other side, you will get 1 over 3 of OQ is the same as your OB. Alright, so your OB, you label 1 over 3. And what is your OQ? OQ is Q, right? This whole thing is Q. So OB is 1 over 3, 1/3 of your OQ. So here the remainder from B to Q is going to be 2 over 3Q. Like that. So make sure you label the direction. Now follow OQ is heading upward, then OP is heading towards right. So you have already labeled the diagram, then you can start. Find in terms of P and Q in simplest form BA, vector BA. So what you need to do, you need to kind of like draw a line B to A and label your arrowhead. So you are trying to go from B, point B to point A. That's what they meant by this, B heading to A. So it's like a driving skill now. You need to travel from B to A. So there are many ways. I will suggest you to go from B to O and then O to A. So that is the solution. You are going to travel B to O and then followed by O to A. So that's how you reach your destination, So what is vector BO? BO is the reverse of this direction, so you need to write negative 1 over 3Q. OA is exactly same as what we label in the direction, so that is going to be half P, and that will be the final answer. Because Q and P cannot simplify. If we have the same PP or QQ, then you need to simplify. So in this case, we will log in our final answer. And that will be the answer for A. Alright, so let me see the question. Find the position vector of M. So when you see this word, position vector means start from origin. Basically, we are doing OM. So you must be able to translate this question. Position vector of M means OM. So we need to go back to the diagram. OM obviously haven't drawn the arrow yet. So you need to go ahead and draw your arrow. O to M. Okay, so we are trying to reach from O to M. So how do we move this direction, right? We need to go from OP and then from P to M. But we have a problem right here is we do not know how and what is the vector from P to M. See that? Alright, we have this problem right here. Don't know how to do this. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to find PQ first. Obviously, we need to find the missing vector. We need to find PQ first. So what I suggest you to do, you do over here. You do at the side, do PQ. Okay? So what is P to Q? P heading to Q, you can travel PO and then OQ. That's how you get to the destination. So P go to O, followed by O to Q. Then check out your labeling in the diagram. So what is PO? P going to O is the reverse of this direction. So it's going to be negative P. Negative P. Reverse direction. Okay, see this information, O to P is P, so when you go from P to O, it's going to be negative P. Alright, check out our next vector here. We need to find vector OQ. Have we labeled? OQ is given in the question here. OQ is Q. So we are going to put plus Q. So we already found PQ is denoted by this, right? Negative P plus Q. Label negative P plus Q. It's actually this whole thing. And we know that M is actually the midpoint, right? So we can label here half. And here is also half. Negative P plus Q. Okay, we expand later. So this is the direction. P to M is going to be half negative P and Q. Alright, so we are going to continue back to our original here, the working. OM is going to be your OP. Alright, OP, then PM. So let's write the working. OP followed by PM. So you need to know how to travel. You go O to P first, then P to M. So check out what is a vector denotation for OP. OP is P, so fill up this. And we found PM already in the label, right? So PM is going to be this half times negative P plus Q. So let me copy that. Half times negative P plus Q. So you need to expand now so that we can simplify. Expand, we get negative half P, positive half Q. Okay, so simplify this part. You will get half P combined with this, half Q. So wow, there you go. This is the answer. So half P plus half Q. Okay, so vector and vector geometry can be very difficult, so you really need to understand all this denotation. Okay, so that is question number 25. The last question, question number 26. So teacher can see that this is a speed time graph question, and let's check out the total marks. 5. And you know, anything more than 4, 5, 6, these are big questions and definitely a lot of things to do. Alright, so let's read the question. A car travels at 20 meters per second for 15 seconds. Check. Okay, so I understand for 15 seconds constant speed. Before it comes to a rest by decelerating at 2.5 meters per second square. So going downhill is deceleration, and it's given to you 2.5 meters per second square. Find the total distance. Okay, so every time they ask this question for speed time graph, is find area under the graph. So area under the graph. In this case, right, you have two choices. Either you do the area of rectangle plus the area of triangle, then you will get the total area already. Or I prefer you do this whole shape as a trapezium. Okay, so you can see a trapezium. So that is actually faster rather than you do 2 times and combine them. So we have a problem here. Teacher can see that, you know, here you don't have label. You do not know when is this journey going to stop. How long has it been traveling, right? So we are going to have to find this value, I'm pretty sure. So let's use this information to help us out. First step, lay out your formula for acceleration. So V minus U over T. Okay, even though this is a deceleration, right, you still need to use this formula, acceleration. Okay, later I'll show you why. So V stands for final speed. Let's see the deceleration. You decelerate until you stop, so your final speed is 0. Put in. Minus, what is your initial speed? U. So initial speed, you are coming from 20 meters per second, right? So this is your initial speed. Divided by time taken. So here we have a problem here. Time taken, suppose 15 minus 0, your time taken is 15. But now we do not know this to minus 15. So I put this as X. So your time taken, right, is going to be X minus 15. Always take the bigger value minus the smaller value, then you know the time taken here. So put there X minus 15. We are trying to find X right here. Alright. So here's the next thing that you must understand. Deceleration is given by 2.5, but our formula is actually using acceleration. You see that? So we have to put a negative to show its deceleration, followed by 2.5. Very important here, deceleration, but you're using acceleration formula, so you have to show minus. Okay, so now we have to move left and right and do your simplification. Yeah, so I'll put a bracket here because they are already having two terms. Now anything at the bottom kick towards the other side become multiply, so let us do that. Multiply x minus 15 close equals to, now here do the top part, 0 minus 20, so you get minus 20 here. Okay, so this left hand side now we expand. Okay, so negative 2.5 times x, you get negative 2.5x. Negative 2.5 times negative 15, so teacher need to use calculator here. Minus 2.5 times negative 15, alright, so negative 15 equal. So I don't want to see this, press this button, 37.5. Okay, so you get positive 37.5 equals to minus 20. Okay, so you need to be very good at moving left and right. Okay, so teacher can see that I need to move this one towards the other side now, so move positive or plus 37.5 here. Continue to copy this one first. Now you see how I move. This one move there, become minus 37.5. Alright, continue to just copy and bring down the working. So negative 2.5x equal, combine these two. Alright, use your calculator, you should get negative 57.5. Alright, so now here side by side is multiply, so when we shift towards the other side it becomes divide. So x is equals to negative 57.5 divided by negative 2.5. So what is this, man? So we have to use calculator. Hold on, negative 57.5 divided by negative 2.5. Here we go, 23. So we know that x is 23. Quite logic, see? Here is 15, here is 23, quite logic. So I'm quite confident we can proceed. Okay, so teacher are going to change this to 23. 23. Alright. So now we are going to do our area. Okay, area, trapezium. Can you see this trapezium? Trapezium. Alright. So your trapezium, your formula, remember, half times a plus b times height. So that is the formula for trapezium. Half, copy back. Who is your A and B? A and B is your parallel line. Parallel line means like facing same direction. So here to here, what is this length? What is this A value? 15. So you put in 15. Plus B. B is the other parallel line length. So from here to here, 23. That's why you need to know. Right? 23. Multiply with height. So obviously this is the height of your trapezium. How much is this? Check it out. 20. So we are going to multiply by 20 here. Alright, so half multiply with 15 plus 23, that will be 38. Multiply with 20. Okay, we can use calculator now. So let me move this a little bit. 0.5 times 38 times 20. So 380. 380. Okay, now I know you are doing area, so a lot of students will think that this unit is going to be like what, area meter square, you know. But remember, this one is total distance. We are trying to find total distance here. So this area that we are doing actually representing distance. Okay, so teacher is going to log in the final answer, 380. Okay, meter. So there you go. A lot of things to do, and I hope you really enjoy this solving of the past year paper. Okay. Hi parents, teachers and students, so this is teacher Alvin. I really hope you enjoyed the past year paper video just now. I'll be doing more exam paper. I think I'll be doing the October-November series from 2019 all the way to 2021, just in time for your 2022 paper. So don't forget to like the video if you really enjoy it, and also subscribe to the channel for more mathematics tips and tricks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.